in a flash of lightning in the dark of night, the part second, the chapter second, called Offering and Purification. In Offering and Purification, the precious mind of bodhicitta does not arise without a cause, And in order to arise the precious mind within our heart, that we need to accumulate a great strength of merit. That's where the part offering and purification comes. The offering to the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, the ones who have abandoned all neurosis, the ones who have, embarked on the path of concern for others, totally concern for others, which is the way of the Bodhisattva, that thinking of their benefits, thinking of their happiness, thinking of their enlightenment, and dedicating oneself for that as long as it takes, and tirelessly, no matter how difficult the task is to work with somebody else, but you are not afraid to work with that. And that kind of mental attitude, strength, altruistic motivation, is what makes our karma purified. Pray and make aspiration that kind of mind, may awaken in my heart, so that I can make a wholesome life. That praying that my life will not be unwholesome, but my life can be wholesome, where I can act on the way of the Bodhisattva and follow that path through 4 immeasurable and 6 paramattras. That's how one makes that kind of dedication and commitments in one's heart. The rejoice is not something that not only you can rejoice in something you are connected with, but something which is outside of your life. Like someone else joy, someone else happiness, which has nothing particularly to do with you. Even by rejoicing in someone else outside of you, you gain merit. Something connected personally to you, of course there is merit, like your family and friends, their happiness, you rejoice. There is great merit. But something which is none other than your friend and families, something, let's say a stranger, like other people of another country, or someone else act of compassion. Let's suppose like in Africa, the group of musicians going there and helping and raising money and trying to benefit through their work, and which will feed millions of people, like rejoicing, all that kind of positive action, one can gain tremendous merit out of that. So even in offering, there is an offering which you own and an offering which you don't own. Offering which you own is your personal wealth, that you make offering according to what you can afford and according to what you feel like. But offering which you don't possess, like you go to a supermarket and then you notice all the flowers, and then you can just offer the flowers to the Buddhas. And you offer the flowers to the Buddhas so that the owner and the all beings may achieve enlightenment and happiness by offering that to the Buddhas. You're not particularly concerned of yourself, but you're concerned of the person, the others, including the owners, and may all achieve happiness through offering. You can offer that from your mind. You can offer the universe from your mind. And that kind of mind creates tremendous, it lays the foundation for tremendous merit and tremendous positivity to grow in your heart. So therefore, the offering and purification comes like that. Which you own and which you don't own, one can offer that with pure heart. And through that, by offering, then one gains merit. There are 2 kinds of merit. One is relative merit and one is ultimate merit. The relative merit, through gaining relative merit, one can have long life, well-being, strength, and glory and such thing. That's the effect of relative merit. As well as being reborn as a human being, that's relative merit. Not only reborn as a human being, but have all the leisurely condition, the condition that you're connected with the Dharma, that you're connected with the thought of compassion, that you're not fallen into a state that where you disregard other human beings, where you begin to have discrimination on sex, where you begin to look down on others. You have a mind which respects all being equally with respect. Even you have certain disagreement, but fundamentally you have respect and love and care and concern for others. That is a very precious human rebirth, because not every human being has that kind of thought. And they don't act on that, they don't have thought like that, and it's very difficult to keep that level of sanity and to grow like that. So what is the cause not to become discrepancy, or disabled, have that kind of discrimination, have looking down, not only looking down and have discrimination, but like having a sense of arrogance on top of that. That kind of negativity which one would plant is a lack of merit. When the merit is strong, you don't end up in the wrong place. That's the thing. When your merit is strong, it takes you to the right place. You have the right thought. Even there are little difficulties happens, but it will always get you back to the right place, because you have the strength, your compassion, your concern, your love, and that's what is the healing, and that's what is like the magnetizing or for all the good and for all the great to grow in your life. So merit is extremely important. After all, pain and pleasure, or everything is a question of merit. Definitely, I think, in one way, to be born in America is great merit in one way. It's a merit, but not totally in some way, because there are so many people, those who are engaged in negative thoughts and negative action, those people are deprived of, merit also. It's merit to be born in a free country, but it takes a stronger merit to be compassionate. It requires much stronger merit to be that. Though everyone is equal to have the opportunity in this big field of America to grow freedom, but then some chooses a positive path and some chooses a negative path. Even nobody really wish to choose a negative path intentionally. And those who do harm to others, do negative things to others, they also don't think they are particularly doing it. And if they realize they are doing it, at some point they could stop it. But the thing is, they don't really think they're doing it. Whatever the karma is. Sometimes people have to go through that. But the thing is, when a person engage in a negative path and a negative karma, then the result is suffering, not only in this lifetime, but also in the future. So therefore, it requires tremendous merit. Like merit is like is an energy. Merit is an energy which takes you and makes you grow on that field, that which makes your life very strong and powerful and rich. And without merit, then once the merit begins to lose, then we get attracted to negative things. When the merit is strong, we get attracted to the positive qualities, because merit transcends the poverty mentality. There could be some, very rich people too, but they could still have poverty mentality. And sometimes the wealth seems to be harming certain people than benefiting certain people. And sometimes there are people who don't have much wealth, material wealth, but very satisfied and very happy and very content with life. Karma is just like, hard to describe. Some have merit to gain it, to enjoy it. Some have merit to enjoy it, even they don't have much. It's hard, it's a phenomenal thing, If you look into the life, it's just like hard to describe the question of merit is. You're in a situation, a condition, which makes you feel no fear in life. It empowers you with the strength, however you are. And of course, there could be some level of fear until you get totally enlightened. The fear is not going to go no matter how, to anyone. As long as one is born in samsara, there will always be a certain level of fear, certain level of dissatisfaction. It happens to the rich, to the poor, to the humans, to the non-humans, to everyone, regardless of sex, regardless of one's status, regardless of who one is, always a sense of dissatisfaction, always a sense of not knowing, always a sense of, bewilderment. That is the nature of samsara, the power of ignorance. But when we have a lot of merit, even ignorance is there, but at least it puts you in a state, a condition in your life experience, which makes you go beyond the, so many mental poverty and, so many levels of poverty, and it gives you, able to open up, able to share, and able to just being there freely, and things happens to you in the right way. That is the power of merit. There is tremendous power. What the positive karma is about, bodhicitta is about, relative compassion is about. There is truth in that, and it's flawless in that truth. Any kind of good things, we try to do through your action, whether, cleaning a shrine room, not thinking, oh, this is like I have to do, but with delight, this is where everyone will come to hear the Dharma, and they will learn to purify their negativities. They will learn how to increase their merit. And so doing with delight and trying to create the proper clean environment, that also is a tremendous merit. Trying to help someone who has no food to eat, that's a tremendous merit. Any kind of action and thought which will benefit someone is tremendous merit. And then, being spiritual friend, talking to someone who is in pain, trying to listen to them and trying to give them the right kind of advice, compassionately, the right skillful mean, and that can be tremendous, offering. So all kinds of offering, whether it's physical offering of flowers and food and whatever, or that, or something you own and something you don't own, they all generate merit. And through generating merit, the mind of the bodhicitta, the fearlessness, going beyond poverty. Bodhicitta is going beyond poverty. You can't have that kind of mind if you have so much fear and mentality of poverty. When you go beyond that kind of mentality of poverty, then you can feel that you feel comfortable to open up yourself, that you can share with everyone.